What's up, Richmond? It's Helen from Miss Girlee's Kitchen. Our city has some of the best culinary gems, Jamaican spots, pizza joints, soul food, gas stations, cakes, and we're going to tour them one by one. You're watching the Richmond restaurant scene with Miss Girlee's. What's up, Richmond? It's Helen from the Richmond restaurant scene. So listen, I know I'm supposed to be focusing on food and restaurants, but I had some of this awesome cider at one of the locations, so I just wanted to bring you guys in and show you how it's actually done.
So we opened 2.5 years ago, but the process started a long time before then. I started making cider at home. I was a craft beer lover, but really wanted to bring some of that creativity into the cider market, make some creative new products using local ingredients in a really cool community. So Scott's Edition was starting to become a really cool neighborhood then in Richmond, and thought it'd be a really fun place to restore an old building and start making cider. So we use all Virginia apples. We make it here in this neighborhood.
I'm Elle Carell. I'm the marketing director here at Buskey Cider, and this is one of my favorite ciders. It's the RVA cider. It's our flagship. It's our biggest seller, and it's made, of course, with 100% Virginia apples. It's a semi-sweet cider, and it's one of the favorites around here. So, cheers.
All right, let's go catch up with Will. Let's go.
So this is where we do all of our fermentation.
Wait, who exactly are you?
My name is Andrew. I'm the Director of Operations here at Buskey. And this is where we do all of the fermentation. So we bring in fresh apple juice, pump it into these tanks. We pitch the yeast, the nutrients, everything that the cider is going to need to produce alcohol. And all of that takes place right behind us up here. So we're going to go down and see where all the filtration happens. So once the cider is done filtering, it goes into these tanks right here. From there, we finish it by by carbonating it, and then we package it either by bringing in a mobile canning unit and canning our product, or by filling kegs for draft. And filling kegs, we use a little piece of equipment that's back there, do a couple of them at a time, and we can go through one of these in about a day. And
Wow.
And same goes for canning. Emptying one of these tanks takes us about a day. The mobile canner actually just comes in through that door and parks right where the cameraman is standing, and that's where and the big line comes out. It has a labeler, so the cans are go through the chute, get filled, get sealed, go through the labeler. And then our staff takes over packaging, so putting on the pack tech to make the 6-packs or the 4-packs.
So if I wanted a 12-pack, do they even make 12-packs?
Well, we sell things by 6-pack, 4-pack, or by a case of 24. Available almost all over the state, so grocery stores, bottle shops, things like that. You can always get our product in our tasting room. And then our small batches that are sold in the 4-packs are sold through the tasting room. So what do you think of the cider?
It is magnificent.
Very much.
And I don't usually drink.
Fresh fruit needs to be handled carefully. Fruit is a nice blush red color. There you go.
So we're riding the current.
How about the dry hopped? I like that one.
Dry hopping out of here.
This has hops in it, kind of like an IPA does, but it's definitely just a cider. So it's a cider with hops, which are a flour that people put in beer. So you're going to get some familiar flavors from beer, but also you're going to get the bite and fruitiness of maybe a champagne.
So which one was this again?
The dry hop cider. We used to have a citra hop, but this is our newest version. Our cider maker's a former brewer, so he's really good at hop ciders. It caters more to the beer drinker because they're used to IPAs, but it's really well done. It's a cider made with lager yeast and back sweetened with agave. So it's a Mexican light lager cider.
Notes, we launched it last weekend, and it's been a fun one over the years we bring back occasionally. So it's a fun fruit cider. It's a beautiful blush color, and an exciting one to have back in the tasting room.
So where'd the name Buskey come from? Who's Buskey?
Buskey is a word Ben Franklin recorded here in the taverns back in the day, so it's just an old American drinking word. Basically, I wanted to capture the American history of cider when it was the most popular beverage during colonial times, but it died off during Prohibition and is a fast-growing sector now. So I wanted the history and I wanted the new aspect. So taking an old word that really wasn't in use and giving it a new life and a new meaning was exactly what I was looking for, and found this letter from Ben Franklin listing all of these different things people were saying in the taverns. And then the logo, we decided, since Prohibition was when cider died off, to kind of have the gatekeeper be a Prohibition-era guy. But to not take ourselves too seriously, we put a silly hat on him. So he's got the apple hat on his head, and that's we want to take making cider seriously, but not take ourselves too seriously, and be lighthearted and creative. And so the brand just kind of came together, and that's the story behind it.
So wait, you said you found a letter from Ben Franklin.
Yeah, so I was in an archive at William and Mary Research Library and found an old letter from Ben Franklin. Not that no one else has ever seen this letter, but it wasn't a very well-known document, and a lot of these terms have not been in use. It was really unique to see him say, here are things young people are saying, and here are words that people are saying in these taverns for some reason that don't seem to come from Old English or French or anything like that, so it's just an American drinking word. And that was exactly what I was looking for. So that was the start of the brand.
So slang, if you will.
But we wanted to kind of capture this reclaiming of a neighborhood, so all reclaimed surfaces. Our bar tops are all reclaimed pool table slates. So in a second we'll look at some of the pockets that have been cut out. And then we used reclaimed wood in a number of different places, exposed ceilings and floors from the original building. We have old shop tables from a school south of town that got demolished, an Amish work table from Pennsylvania. So a lot of reclaimed pieces and wood and items. We've got our draft box here that was built out of pallets that held our equipment coming in. So we stripped them down and built this box. So we are a very new beverage company using old materials in a new way, and that carries through kind of the old new of this neighborhood and of this beverage.
So I want to hear about how you made cider in your dorm room.
Most people have seen a homebrew setup. There's a lot of similarities. So I had 5-gallon glass jugs with an airlock, so it's a little plastic piece that bubbles. So it lets the CO2 out as it ferments, but doesn't let air back in, so it keeps it in a closed environment. And I was driving out to orchards and presses and picking up juice, adding yeast, letting it ferment in the dorm room, letting people who were 21 taste it and see what they thought, and ended up making hundreds of gallons. Kegs are not allowed at Hampton Sydney, but I did get a special permission to use kegs, so I was kegging the product on campus. And Sydney was very supportive, and I was, as colleges should be, and many colleges are. And so started there, and then made it in a shed up in Churchill. I rented from one of my friends, so I rented a shed and fitted out with kind of having plumbing and kind of having electricity and kind of having heat. But was definitely making cider in a space that was sometimes 10 degrees and sometimes 100, but made cider up in Churchill for a couple of years. And then got this amazing warehouse that felt really big at 7,000 square feet, and now feels very small. We're busting at the seams, but it's big steps up from a dorm room and a shed in Churchill.
Cheers. That is an amazing story. So tell me about this amazing 804 day. I've known about it, but I didn't know it was you guys. So tell me about it.
So 804 Day is something that we started the first year we opened 3 years ago, and it's on August 4th, so 804 Day. And each year we've included more and more people from around the community because we love Richmond, we love our community, we love local. That's why we use all Virginia apples, all the good stuff in our ciders. So it's been really fun inviting all of our neighbors to come celebrate with us. This past year we invited our brewery friends, anybody who was in a 12-ounce or a 16-ounce package, and we sold their cans in the lower bay. So places like Ardent, Triple Crossing, Kindred Spirits, Stone. We also had some local vendors, snail mail, some blacksmithing happening down there. Just anybody who does stuff who's kind of local and responded and wanted to participate in our local day, we included them. So it was a really fun day.
So restaurant people always want to know about the cooler. So it is 750 square feet, and I ended up buying it out of near Baltimore for $4,000. The owner of the cooler told me if I could get it out of his building the next day, I could have it for $4,000 because his business was closing and he wanted to get out of his lease. So rented a truck, and my banker, I told him I needed to pick up a refrigerator. He was picturing a little dorm refrigerator, but we got this. At the time, I was fermenting in a 100 square foot shed and lived in an apartment significantly smaller than this. So it was a pretty big jump to get this when we didn't have a commercial space, but ultimately it's great to have a big refrigerator. It keeps the cider cold, which is important, and it's always something people enjoy seeing. So it's a little bit lower right now just because we've had a busy summer, but a lot of times it's pretty stocked up. So this is where the cider stays cold until it comes to bars, restaurants, distributors, stuff like that. So cheers.
So this is a sticker wall we started because not sure how we ended up with this sticker, possibly a promotional something. So we started this off, threw up a couple of our friends' stickers on there, and then it just kind of grew. People who come to visit throw up their stickers, and we've added a couple of my designs as I've gotten better at kind of the creative process. So yeah, this is our sticker wall. Got Stone, Smart Mouth, our RVA sticker, Ardent.
I think I'm gonna knock this over. This isn't good.
Try this one. Look at that.
All right.
Look at that.
There we go. I got it. One of the really unique things about the craft beverage industry is that you end up drinking in such unique contexts. You end up drinking in really unique buildings, and they have really interesting histories to them right next to where the cider's being made. And that's not something you get from many other consumer products. So it's fun to see an old train loading dock building have a chance to be revitalized as a cider. You get to drink right where the cider's being made, see how it's made.
It's kind of a breeding ground for good beer, good cider, good alcohol in general. So yeah, you can crawl from place to place. Literally, people will organize crawls from here to Arden to Three Notch to the Vale to Boston, just all around. So it's a great place to spend your Saturday.
Well, there you have it, folks. We're at Buskey Cider in Scott's Edition. It is the best cider I've ever had, and you know me, I love cider. So until next time, and we're out.
Picture yourself in our window, located in the heart of RVA's Arts District. Come join our Glam Fam and start your business today.
Hi, my name is Donna Marie Britt, owner of Waterbury Jewels. Check out our website, waterburyjewels.com, for our signature jewelry line, Jewels from the Heart. Jewels from the Heart is our signature line that is very unique. It is made of real stones along with quality materials, which is perfect for all occasions. You can also find on our website, you can customize Waterbury Jewels, which is perfect for his or her. So don't forget, Waterbury Jewels are jewels from the heart.
Dream Vacations Heavens Travel is your local travel expert. Cruise the Hawaiian Islands with friends and family, all in the name of a good cause. The Sunshine Group benefits teens looking for a home through the Alpha Omega Academy. Visit heavenstravel.net for more information.
Food is supposed to bring people together. It's supposed to create a close connection, divide the barrier, bring families together. Here with Heart and Soul, we can bridge that gap. We can come in, we can cook dinner, set the table up, and leave more time for you to sit down with the ones that you love. Enjoy an intimate dinner for two, even a cooking lesson or an event, private party. This is Heart and Soul. Food is our heart, our passion, our soul. This is Chef Dante Cooper. Live, love, laugh, be merry.
If you're looking to add elements of the Mama Shell's ambiance to your next event, reach out to us at our catering line 804-591-5484. Whether it's on-premise or off-premise catering, we look forward to being part of your special day.
The Suited Box, specializing in custom apparel for men and women. Stop buying clothes that don't fit. Take charge and build your own style from hundreds of fabric and brand choices. The Suited Box. Why look like everyone else? Stand out.
A new breeze is blowing into RVA, so come get your blowouts done by Michael the Blowout King in his glamorous window studio.
What's up, Richmond? It's Helen, and we are here in downtown, beautiful, historic Petersburg at Shut Your Mouth Restaurant. Let's cook some food. Wait a minute. I'm here with Katrine and Mizzy. Did I get that right? Katrine and Mizzy at Shut Your Mouth Restaurant. Okay, let me get this straight. So, Mama said shut your mouth. So tell me what we're gonna make.
Shrimp and grits. It's pretty simple, but it's a classic for soul food restaurants.
Instant grits.
Quick grits, 5-minute grits. They're instant. They're not hard to make.
Okay.
Just gonna pour it in the pot here and get it rolling. All right. And I have 6 ounces of butter.
Butter and sugar.
All right, just gonna put the butter in there. Then with the butter, I'm gonna toss in some onions. Got some bacon here. Got a few cloves of garlic in there.
All right, you chopped your own garlic?
Yes, ma'am.
Hold up. I cannot wait to taste this. I love lemon juice.
And I like to add a little soul food seasoning and pepper to my water for the grits.
All right. Do you do all the cooking?
Yes, ma'am. Now add the shrimp in here and add the grits to my water and some cheese.
Wow.
Gotta get the grits some flavor, you know. I just add that in.
Mama said, shut your mouth and eat.
Who better to say anything about the name than Mama?
All right.
Let's start with back in the day. This was my obedience lesson growing up. Me and my 6 siblings. And this is what my mama used as a way to get us to do everything.
Just shut your mouth. Shut your mouth and take that trash out.
And, you know, if you gave her any resilience, that was what she said.
You know what you got. If you did give her any resilience.
Initially it was going to be she and I together opening a restaurant, and she lived with me 3 years, and in that 3 years time, the place we always looked at was always already leased to somebody. He passed away, so I kind of like stepped out on faith and say, okay, Mom, I'm going to try this anyway. And the whole time she stayed with me, the 3 years she stayed with me, she would fix dinner for me, and I come home and I say, Mama, you don't have to do this anymore. Just shut your mouth and eat. So that's what I did. I just ate her food. But it's so far so good, you know. I just hope she's pleased.
I'm sure she is.
We're gonna add the grits in, and that's just a 1/2 cup of grits. Everybody knows that grits swell up on you real nice.
They'll swell up in a minute.
Real
oh my
nice,
goodness.
Add some more seasoning in here on my shrimp. And these grits down.
So tell me about some of your items on your menu.
We offer a little bit of everything. We have fish, whiting, and lake trout, pork chop dinners. We offer pig feet and chitlins on select days because that's some hard work.
Yeah, I'm sure. If you had to choose one dish, what would be your favorite dish?
I have a signature seafood delight, and it has crab meat, shrimp, and scallops with a cheese blend and a special sauce with Old Bay seasoning, and that's one of the house specials.
The simpler item, the hamburgers and gravy. It's really good and it's simple, and the gravy.
It's homemade hamburger.
Make you kick yourself.
The hamburger is freshly ground, and we add our ingredients and our seasons, breadcrumbs and eggs like Mom used to use.
Right.
And I use my mama's recipes and my grandma's recipes for just about everything I cook.
It is a lot of cheese.
I love cheese. The thing I love about grits, you can always add water and then mash.
Right.
Can't never mess them up. If you mess up grits, something's wrong.
Yeah, something is definitely wrong.
Something is wrong.
So we got that butter stew. So tell me about the location, old slave jail across the street. Tell me a little bit more about that. And I'm actually embarrassed because I didn't know that. So that is very, very, very interesting.
And the actual dwellings, all the buildings down here were built by our people. And the slave quarters were where they housed them behind
the location here. The slave jail itself was where they would house the bad guys that came in. They would auction them right there on the deck, right behind us here.
I'm just an old country girl. Sugar and butter. I know y'all, that may be debatable, but I just want some sugar and butter in my grits. That's all I want. Hold up, wait a minute. Oh, that was a song. Hold up, wait a minute. Okay, anyway, got a little carried away, sorry. So what are we making here again?
We're making some homemade hamburger.
We have your onions and we have eggs.
Worcestershire, Worcestershire, however you want to say it.
Oh man, I cannot wait because I think Worcestershire sauce adds a distinct flavor to red meat. I could just give me a Worcestershire soup.
We got some seasonings here. We got soul food seasoning. Just gonna add a smidge. Don't want to make it too salty.
Garlic, paprika.
Basically, got some no salt seasoning. I'm gonna add in here, and then you season it till your soul says it's right.
Oh.
All right.
All right now.
I did put the real onions in here, so we got some onion powder as well. Gonna add a little more flavor in there. Wouldn't be right without the garlic.
Absolutely.
I'm a garlic freak.
So is that granulated garlic or garlic powder?
I'm not a fan of the powder. It's the garlic powder, the onion powder. Give me granulated.
Absolutely.
Then we got some black pepper. Make a nice consistency. It won't fall apart when you flip your burger, you know?
You know, back in the day, so the ends of the bread.
Right.
And that's what I started with, the ends of the bread.
So we're gonna mix it.
We mix several different types of hamburgers. The triple bacon barbecue burger, the brunch burger, which has an egg on top.
All right, let's eat.
So how does it taste?
All of the seasoning. My mouth is just having a party now. So let's try this homemade burger. Good Lord, a little more than what I weigh. That's a lot of meat. All right, let's see. That's a homemade burger. Tastes like that hamburger that my grandmother used to make. Only thing, my grandmother used to put green peppers in hers, and I hated that. Oh my goodness. But this is outstanding. So what we drinking?
So I'm just gonna salt you in here.
Salt.
Salt. I'm a sugar kind of guy. I talked about this already with the grits, remember? You put your ice in there. Malibu rum. Pineapple. Oh, it's supposed to fall up on me.
Oh my goodness.
You enjoy.
Good. Yes. Yes. Well done, y'all. Well done. Oh my goodness. Y'all open tonight? No.
All right.
Cheers. So tell me about the mama said Shut Your Mouth t-shirt.
The Shut Your Mouth t-shirts, we're actually about to come out with some bar shirts that say Shut Your Mouth and drink. So instead of on the back it says and eat, it'll say and drink.
Reiterate that. Shut your mouth. Not shut your mouth. Shut your mouth t-shirts.
We're going to say shut your mouth and think. And this is our little toy area over here where they can come in if they want to color. And it's for every day. It's not just for Tuesdays only, but we have a treasure chest. I keep it concealed. And it's not as stocked up as it normally is, but the treasure chest allows the children, after they have made happy plates, to come over and select a toy of their choice. And it's also, right now, filled with some school supplies. They kind of skip over school supplies, but they do try to pick out a toy of their choice. We have boys' toys, we have girls' toys, we have some baby items, and some older, older girls' items, baby items, and school supplies.
So shut your mouth and tell me the story.
I was born during Hurricane Hazel, and my great-grandmother was a midwife. She delivered the babies in our area for all of our people, and they didn't know whether I was going to be born or not because of the hurricane. But just to keep it brief, this is all actually in honor of my mom. My mom, like I said, she lived with me for several years, and we were going to open a restaurant together. And this was my obedience lesson. Shut your mouth is what she told me and my 6 siblings to get us to do things in a timely fashion. And my father was a business owner, and he was a mechanic, and we had a grocery store adjacent to it. So it was always something for us to do. We were busy little children, and she would say things like, shut your mouth and go sweep the floor, and shut your mouth and go put the bread on the shelf. And we did it every day. Shut your mouth and go sweep the school bus. We had to sweep up other children's trash, but we did what we had to do. But since then, I've had my own children and my grandchildren now, and the grandchildren, we're a close family, and my grandchildren just gives us so much extra pleasure to share all the love that we have in the family. And we're really close. I have 5 children of my own, and family is first.
Family is first.
We have our ups and downs, but we always come back to each other.
We do.
And that's really important, and I stress that. To feed, please, and help those in need.
Oh, that's gonna make me cry. Well, there you have it, folks. We're at 424 North Market Street here in historic Petersburg, and you're watching the Richmond restaurant scene with Miss Girlee's. Until next time.